Goldilocks had it easy, didn't she? All she had to do was eat some porridge to find out what was right for her. But me, I have a proper job and everything. So I've done some research. And look, if you think that the Porsche Macan Turbo Electric was too hot, the Porsche Macan 4S Electric was too tepid, then I think I have the answer. The Porsche Macan GTS Electric. Welcome to the south of France, shall we? Okay, I'm very aware that I said the word electric a lot, but that's because technically you can still buy the Macan as a petrol car. In fact, last year, 2025, the Macan, if you include the petrol and the electric, was Porsche's best-selling car. Yeah. Now this GTS version comes with the Sport Design package, which means tinted LED headlights and black moments dotted on the exterior of the car, which I think looks very, very nice. The wheels, by the way, you can opt for the 21-inch wheels, which will be better for your range, or you can have these, the 22-inch anthracite grey wheels that are very specific to the GTS. And me personally, I think it looks very nice. Also, this GTS version has a 10mm lower air suspension, so you can set it on lift, normal, lowered or low. We've currently got it set on low because we think it looks nicer. Look, black. Black, very nice. And then round the back, we have this little liftable spoiler, which we've moved up because we think it looks cooler. Also, black GTS badging at the back. Your thoughts on the look, please? Do you like it? Here's the thing, when they first released the electric Porsche Macan, I saw pictures of it and I hated it, but then I saw it in the metal and I went, oh, actually, it looks quite nice. And then you see it in this form and I think it looks even nicer. Yeah, it's a bit of me, this. It's very Porsche in here, isn't it? It's very nice. What I like about the Macan is that you've got a really nice curved screen here for the driver, which just looks really smart, and everything's set in a perfect way that you can just see everything so perfectly and you're not missing any information while you're looking through the steering wheel. Very nice. You also have an augmented reality head-up display, which looks really smart. It's hard to get on camera, but while we're driving, if you've got your sat-nav on, then it shows arrows and where to go on the roads in real time, which looks really smart. This screen here is all very nice, works really well, always has done. That's where your Apple CarPlay and all that sort of stuff will be. And then you've got a separate screen here for your passenger, and so they can watch videos or listen to wonderful podcasts while they're sat in that seat. Oh, speaking of seats, these are very comfortable. Now, these aren't the leather ones. If you were to go for leather, then go for your life. That's way more expensive. But this is kind of better because it's cool in summer, but warm in winter. And incredibly nice to sit on. The driving position's so nice. I do like it. We've also got a separate screen down here for your climate controls. Very happy with that. Yeah, that's not all hidden within that touch screen there. And then you've got some cup holders down here, bit of storage down here, wireless charging in there, bit of storage in there. That's all good. We have an optional sunroof that you can open. Very nice. And then obviously your GTS badging, which you've got on the seats. GTS badging here. I always like the Alcantara steering wheel that you get in a Porsche. It's all just very nice, isn't it? Oh, and red seatbelts. It's good for the Arsenal fans. So, carmine red.
Did you mention the clock?
I forgot to mention the clock, the Porsche clock, which apparently I have to tell you about because Manos is a big fan of the clock. There's a clock.
I'd like to know how late I am.
Oh, and you have 14 speakers and a subwoofer made from Bose. So if you do want to turn your music or your podcast all the way up, go for your life. Lovely. In the back, it's roomy, but it's not cavernous. I mean, it's perfectly fine. If you want to know what it's like in the boot, you've got 476 litres. Fold down the seats, you've got 1,348 litres. In the front, you've got 84 litres. Fine, you've got a little screen down here. That's all lovely. Then you've got like some cup holders here. That's very handy. But you're not here for that though, are you? You're here for something else. There we go. You're here for this. That, my friends, is 0 to 62 in 3.8 seconds. Yeah. That is 571 horsepower. Now, you only get that when you do the launch control. If you're just kind of putting your foot down to have a bit of fun, then I'm afraid you only get 516 horses. That's still not disappointing, is it? Okay, I want to tell you something without it sounding like I'm taking the piss. I want to tell you about the PES, which is the Porsche Electric Sports Sound, just in case you were wondering. Yeah. So basically, I'm driving in normal mode. If I want to change the modes, I can put it into sport mode and we have a nice little rumble. You hear it? It's quite subtle in sport mode. But then if I turn it up to Sport Plus, the rumble becomes more rumbly. A little rumbly in your tumbly, if you will. There it is. There it is. I quite like that. You can turn it off if you want to, but I quite like it. I quite enjoy the sound of a little rumble under my bum bum. And it's quite nice, like it doesn't sound too fake. Some cars it can sound too fake, but I think because it's quite deep, it sounds quite nice. Now also, while you're in Sport Plus mode, you can enjoy all of the gifts that this car can give you. So the GTS has a lot of the bits from the turbo. So it's got a more powerful rear motor from the turbo, plus obviously all-wheel drive and the lowest centre of gravity of any Macan. Now it's also got a slightly rear-based weight distribution. It's got Porsche traction management, torque vectoring and an electronic limited slip differential for the rear axle. And all of the stuff that the turbo gets, basically. So here I am driving in normal mode. And what a wonderful, quiet, comfortable, reasonably smooth family car this is. Isn't this nice? Isn't this pleasant? Would you like to know battery numbers? Because you're a bunch of nerds and you need to know that information. Fine. So underneath here we have a 94.9 kilowatt hour battery. That's the usable number. That will give you, WLTP, range-wise, 363 miles. Now that's if you're driving like me, particularly slow right now, or like a granny. I mean, real world driving, let's be honest, you're probably going to get around 3 miles per kilowatt hour. So that will be what, about 285 miles, something like that? Which isn't bad, is it? And because of all of that tech and all of that stuff going on underneath this car, it means when you do things like this, it just, basically. What it does is it finds the wheel with the most amount of grip and puts the amount of power, all that it can, into that wheel to make it turn corners in a much more fun manner, a bit like a Porsche. Basically, that's what it does. It's all very clever, it's all very Porsche, it's all very brilliant. Honestly, this thing drives stunning. I mean, okay, it's not a 911, fine, but if you've ever driven the Porsche Taycan, that thing is cracking. This is basically the SUV version of the Porsche Taycan, which is a good thing. It just kind of, it's like it's clawing onto a carpet and just kind of going, bah, bah, bah. Is that the best way to describe it? Bah. Yeah, that's what it's doing. It's just brilliant. I really like this thing, I really do. If you're a fan of electric cars and you're a fan of regen braking, you're not gonna get that in this car. The regen braking is a little bit of nothing. It basically doesn't really do much. There's a reason behind it. So Porsche wanted to make it seem like a normal petrol car to drive. They want to try and win over the petrol heads, if you know what I mean. Oh, and there is another option if you wanted. You can put it onto off-road mode. If you ever want to, I don't know, go up your steep driveway or something, because it's all-wheel drive, isn't it? So you can do that if you want. I don't think you'll ever use that in this. You don't want to ruin this car, do you? Taking it proper off-roading. No. None of that. You just want to have fun on the corners. Oh, I'm in normal mode, so it feels so different. If you want charging speeds, by the way, you don't have to stop for long, even though you are probably going to be ragging it and will have to stop pretty often. Now this has an 800 volt system that charges at a maximum speed of 270 kilowatts. So that means just over 20 minutes from 10 to 80%, or more practically, 149 miles of range in 10 minutes. Now naturally, because you're going to be driving this car particularly fast, you might have to charge a bit more often. Now yes, as much as it does charge pretty fast, you may also need some entertainment while you're waiting. Shall we play some games? What we've learned is Manos is terrible at this. So anyway, you can play games and connect your phones and stuff and have fun. Oh, and don't forget, the Macan has been out for a little while now, so there are a few cars that are popping up on the second-hand market, believe it or not. And while we test all of the new stuff here at electrifying.com, we also have all of the knowledge about pre-loved cars as well. So if you want some pointers about buying a new or a second-hand electric vehicle, it doesn't have to be a Porsche, then pop over to electrifying.com or scan the QR code on those smart TVs and you can scroll while you watch. Lovely stuff. We've arrived at our destination. And do you know what? It's a bit good, isn't it? If we minus the fact that it made Manos very car sick. I mean, it's got all the great bits that the turbo has, but this is more accessible. It's less flashy, which I think is a good thing. I mean, it drives brilliantly. It's incredibly stylish. Yeah, I like it. I mean, bearing in mind, it starts at £89,000, which is a lot of money. And that's a starting price. I mean, this version that we've got here that has all of the things added on top, I dread to think how much this car costs. But I'm going to say it. I'm going to quote Goldilocks. It's just right. Let me know what you think and things. But I like it. Right, I'm going to get some brie.